it's interesting. When I became the pastor of Bethel, the general notion was, let's limit what we're going to do because we have a finite budget, we have finite resources. So let's not do too much, right? And I think a lot of churches sort of approach church that way. But in the impact space, it's how big is your impact, right? And the greater the impact, the greater the funding opportunity. And so I think there's this tension of, this is the way we've always done it. We only gather on Sunday morning. We close the church the rest of the week. But what does it mean to be open 7 days a week? What does it mean to expand the impact beyond those persons who are members of the church? And I think those who have been in this community in Morris County have seen how our church is a small congregation, but major impact. But if I was honest, I would say there is still a significant number of people who would probably say to me still, we're doing too much. We should narrow our focus. But I'm clear that if we don't broaden the focus, we limit the amount of partners and resources we can raise.
The concept of exceedingly and abundantly above all that we could ever ask or think tells me that personally, I serve a really big God, and a God who is diversified in his interest of me. And so I believe that ministries need to be diversified in their interest of their communities, because the relationship between Christ and the church is supposed to mirror the way that we interact with the world. And so I think it's really important to look back at the book and see what's there. And while I truly understand the concept of focus and making sure that we are thoughtful about what we do, I believe in exceedingly and abundantly. And so I think, just as you said, the impact will match the funds if you continue to seek the impact. I believe the funds come when you continue to expand yourself. So,
even though we preach about exceedingly and abundantly, even though we talk about that's what we need to do, when we come to the church portion of it, the reality is we look at the tithes and offerings, and that limits us to the budget. Whereas as we look at things differently using social capital and impact, the impact is the vision that's beyond the local church, and that we have to have impact in our community, and whatever range that is of community, whether it's social media community or whether it's your local community, you have to think beyond those borders of your local budget